Hello and welcome to the Paper Dreams community. My name is Tyrona. I am the creator of the Paper Dreams University and the Paper Dream Chronicles. If you are new here, welcome, and I hope that you find this video informative and that you want to stick around and subscribe to be notified anytime that we have any new videos and be part of the community. If you are returning, welcome, welcome, welcome back. Glad that you're here, and I appreciate you tuning in. So let me just go ahead and get this out here. This is my disclaimer. I'm just going to go ahead and put it out here. This disclaimer is to state that I am not financially, legally, or providing advice. I'm giving you the steps that I took to start my business and the options that we have out here in the world. All right. So now that I have that out here, let me go ahead and jump right on in. So today I'm going to talk about the basics of starting a business. When it comes down to starting a business, we have so many different businesses out here in the world nowadays. Everyone feels like, or a lot of people feel that, the different businesses or different companies are oversaturated since COVID. Now, there are billions of people in the world. So never feel that it's oversaturated, because what one person does, you may do something different. So don't count yourself out that easy just because, you see 1 and 2, 3 people creating stationery. Doesn't mean that you can't, join in and do your version of whatever it is that you're going to do. So don't count yourself out. So back to the video. So when it comes down to starting a business, you have to think about what it is that you want to do, right? And then you want to think about your business name and how you're going to set it up. So for me, I had 2 options. It was create an LLC or register my business name with my county clerk's office. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So I decided to go with an LLC. What's the difference with an LLC? Limited liability company basically protects me and my personal and my business. So if I decide that I want to do an LLC, say something happens and an individual now wants to sue me or whatever. My business is now protected under the limited liability company. That means whatever's in the business, by all means, that's what they basically are out there and they can get. My personal is just my personal. They can't touch anything dealing with my personal life. So that is the reason that I chose to go with an LLC. But when you want to do an LLC, you want to register with your state Secretary of State. And what you want to do is, you basically want to go in, look at business. You also want to check check the business name to see if it's available, and then go ahead and start the process for the business. Now, the other option that you have, again, is by going to your county clerk's office and doing it that way. That is if you're just basically wanting to just start a business, you want to lock in your business name, doing it this way might be best for you. It wasn't best for me. It is, it doesn't cost as much as an LLC, and LLCs run in different states, different prices. But if you're just wanting to lock in a name, then, an LLC, I mean, not an LLC, going to your county clerk office might be the cheapest way of doing that, to get that name. Now, also, I want with an LLC because I wanted my business to be protected and I want to separate my business from my personal. So I did go with, the Secretary of State process. I did mine online, did not take long at all. I think I received my LLC within 5 business days, which was super fast. I appreciate that. So yeah, there's the beginning of that. And you also want to get yourself an EIN number for your business. Now, when it comes down to EINs, we have a lot of people out here that are actually charging people to get EIN numbers. It is not something that you need to get from a third party. Just go straight to the government and get it. It's free. And you'll get it back within the same day if you do it online. But yeah, don't pay someone to get an EIN number. When you go to the government website, go to the IRS government website, and they're free there. So basically, don't give someone money that you don't need to give them. But you go to the irs.gov and you can go in and search EIN. You can go to file, and then ours give you the most popular for the website. So you just go apply for an employee ID number. So that's where you want to go for your EIN number. Now, depending on the goods that you're selling, you may need a sales and tax ID number. And you'll go to your state's Department of Revenue in order to get that. So you'll go to your state's Department of Revenue, you'll look up for sales and use tax, and that's what you want. You want your sales and use tax. And you'll fill out the application for that as well. Now with that, you need to have your business set up first. So you need to have that name situated before you can get your sales and use tax. Depending on what you're actually doing. For me, if you're buying items and then you're reselling those items, so say you have a clothing line, and I do have some items that I do sell that are like sweaters and things of that nature, and that is what I need a sales and use tax number for. So that way I'm, being taxed for these items that I've bought basically with no tax, and I'm going to charge tax in order to pay my taxes on that product. So that's that. So yeah. And when it comes down to your business and building business credit, I actually used nav.com, and they help with building business credit. They do charge a monthly fee, but they help you build business credit. So they do have the NAV Prime membership. They report to the credit bureau for your business. They also, it's Equifax and Experian that they report to, which helps you build your business credit, which is good. That's what you want. So after you have created your business name and got it registered, after you have did your EIN number, you want to go ahead and get yourself a business bank account, so that way you're separating your personal finances from your business finances. You want to be able to do that. And sorry. So you want to go ahead and, again, NAV is great. It allows you to, it helps you build your business credit. You also want to get a Duns and Brad number. You want to get that so that way that also helps you with building your business credit. So you'll get your Duns number here. You fill out the application, and it goes through a process, and they give you a Duns number. So you want to, you're going to use your Duns number if you're doing like business credit. That also helps with building the business credit. If you get certain things, say that you're doing net 30, and that's going to be the next thing that we're going to talk about is net 30s. You can get, Uline is good for starting you off with net 30. I did get Uline. I have that, and I use it to help build my business credit. They report, so I get my net 30, I buy something, and then I have 30 days to pay it off. I pay it off. Once I pay it off, they report that information over to Duns and Brad, and then Duns and Brad reports it basically over to Experian and Equifax, which helps build business credit. The more trade lines that you have, and that's what Uline is, a trade line. The more trade lines that you have, the more it helps you. I would just say try to get trade lines that are in your field, that are in your business line, so that way you're not just wasting money. If it's something that you can utilize, by all means, start that trade line with them. I do use Uline because I do use their boxes. I also use other shipping packaging from Uline, so I do use them as a net 30. There's also Granger. Granger also has different things with them. I personally did not want to use Granger because Granger is basically commercial things. I really didn't need them. And then I noticed that they also have packaging equipment. And so I did go ahead and start a net 30 account with Granger as well, just for their packaging and shipping, because you, depending on how your business goes, you might need the additional material and handling, like the forklifts and shelves, things like that. You can also get those things on Uline as well. But yeah, at this current time, I did sign up for Granger, and I'm using them for my packaging and shipping, which will also help build my business credit as they report. Each time that I pay off my invoices, they will report them to Duns and Brad and Equifax and Experian, whichever one it actually is that they actually use. They'll report my information there as well, so that way my business credit is steady building. And that's basically what I really want it to do, so that way I'm able to eventually get like business credit cards. And that's my goal, is to get business credit cards. And I did apply for the Sam's business credit card. I was declined because I did not have enough trade lines. Now, my business credit score was perfectly fine. It's a 91, and it's perfectly fine, but they declined or denied my application because I did not have enough trade lines. So that is the reason why I actually opened up Granger, in order to use them as another business trade line to report to Duns and Brad, Equifax, and Experian. So that way it can help build my credit. Now, once my credit has been, my trade line shows consistent payments, then I'll go back and reapply for the Sam's Business MasterCard, and see if I can get approved for that. Now, outside of these two, so you have Uline and Granger and NAV. Those all report to Duns and Brad, Equifax, or Experian. Excuse me. So that's what I'll be using to build my business credit. So now I have my business name, which I use Secretary of State. I did not need to register them with my county clerk because I registered my business name. Excuse me. Because I registered my business name at the Secretary of State. I got my EIN from irs.gov. No charge, applied, received that. And then I have my sales and use tax information, which I got from the North Carolina Department of Revenue. I got that there. And then I have my business banking accounts. I do use Bank of America and Navy Federal for my business bank accounts. So you use whatever bank that you find is beneficial for you, because basically that's what it all boils down to, what you choose is best for you. Now, when it comes down to taxes, I will have a CPA. Now, I do know that, we do have TurboTax and what is the other one? TurboTax and the other online tax company. But I'm going to use a CPA because I did my taxes last year and it was a little confusing when it came down to my business taxes. So I just find that it'll be more beneficial for me to just, go with a CPA, and that's what's best for me, which is a certified professional accountant. They'll be able to give me everything that I actually need and, help me not miss a beat when it comes down to filing my taxes. Now, I find that it is very imperative for me to have someone that will always have my best interest when it comes down to my taxes. Now, you do have different, people that you can go, bookkeepers, accountants, or CPAs. I'm just going to go with a CPA because they actually have more credentials than an accountant, who is someone who basically analyzed as you can see, it's someone who analyzes financial records to get projections and budgets. And then a bookkeeper is someone who just maintains my books. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the CPA, who is financial advising, auditing, and other duties that can only be performed by a licensed accountant. So I'm going to stick with the CPA for my business. Now, so basically that's what I've done so far as my business and what you can do to start a business. It can be a little challenging, but if you're up to the task, you can do it on your own. I did mine on my own. When it came down to starting my business, I did my LLC I filled out the papers on the Secretary of State and did that on my own, and basically did not pay any additional fees because I just did not have it and I did not want to pay any additional fees. So I pick and choose where I actually want to put my money in order for, when you're starting a new business, to help me out. So I'm going to put those funds into a CPA, so that way they are able to monitor my taxes and everything else, my finances. So yeah, again, so I went to the Secretary of State, did my LLC, I applied for my EIN on irs.gov. I did my sales and use tax for North Carolina at the North Carolina Department of Revenue is where I went for that. I started building my business credit by using NAV Prime, which is a monthly subscription that helps me build my business credit. I also utilize Uline for things that I know that I actually need for my business. I'm not wasting money. But I'm able to use them to build my business credit. So I get my boxes, I get envelopes from them, I get other packaging products from them as well. So I use them for that. I also now use Granger for also shipping, packaging products that I need for my business. I will be using a CPA this year for my business to keep my finances under control. Duns and Brad, I do have a Duns and Brad number because I do need that in order for me to also build business credit. Some companies actually request your Duns and Brad's number, so I do have them, and they are also going to help me build my business credit, because the companies that I actually use for my Net 30 accounts will report this information to Duns and Brad, which in return will report the information to Equifax and Experian. I believe that that's the way it works. So yeah, if you found this video to be helpful, please hit the notification button, hit the like button, and then hit the notification button, so that way you're notified anytime that new videos drop. Again, thank you so very much for joining in on the Paper Dreams community. Have a good day.